All right, NBA 2K rating recap. We're going to be doing the season finale for the Western Conference. I did a video earlier doing the Eastern Conference. Basically, all of the teams in the NBA played East versus East or West versus West, with the exception of the Bulls and Mavs. There's obviously 15 teams in each conference, so somebody had to be the interconference matchup. We covered the Bulls. End of this game in the last video. We're going to start off with the Dallas Mavericks, who beat the Bulls 149 to 128. They finished with the 12th worst record, or 12th best record in the Western Conference, 26 and 56 on the season. Cooper Flagg made his case for Rookie of the Year, but probably, in my opinion, not going to win the award just because he didn't play as many games as Kon Knueppel, who basically had no injuries throughout the entire year. Cooper ended this year with a sprained ankle, for what it's worth. 10 points in 10 minutes for him before exiting early. Other notes from this game: Ryan Nembhard with an absolutely deranged stat line. Near triple-double for him. 15 points, 9 rebounds. The 9 rebounds is probably a career high. He's very undersized as a point guard. 23 assists, which is a franchise record for the team. It is not entirely uncommon for point guards of this ilk to put up absolutely insane lines in the final game of the NBA season. Like, I remember from my youth, Rick Brunson had like a 16 assist game on the last day of the regular season. Typically, these third strings will usually go nuts. Obviously, there's not a lot of defense played on the last day of the season, and they're playing, lower quality guys. So Ryan Nembhard with 23 assists in this finale. Something popped up on my screen. There we go. Moussa Cisse, 17 points, 20 rebounds on a two-way contract for the Mavericks. Looking like one of the better two-way guys. They just didn't have enough room to convert him during the season. So probably somebody who ends up on a standard contract. We'll see what happens with the Dallas Mavericks during the offseason, whether or not they retain Dwight Powell, for example, as their version of Udonis Haslem. He spent most of his career with Dallas, but obviously there are other guys that are going to be on the move. Kyrie Irving, for example, is somebody that missed the entire year due to injury. He could be on the move since it's clear that the Mavericks are pivoting towards a rebuild, although they don't really have a draft pick, their draft pick for next season, so they could try to be competitive next year. We'll also see what the incentives are for tanking once they review that in May. Any other notes for this game? Bunch of guys in double figures. John Poulakidis, yes, 28 points, hit 8 threes. Again, I mentioned this in the last video. I don't really read too much into the stat lines of these, G League guys that play a ton of minutes on the last day of the regular season. Poulakidis played 36 minutes in this one. Tyler Smith played 37 minutes, 20 points for him. If you're wondering, if you didn't see my previous video, one of the reasons I checked out and kind of just took a hiatus is the last month or more of the regular season. It just was a bunch of nonsense like that where, guys were not playing and no names that are not going to really figure into, they don't have bright NBA futures or anything. They're playing 36 minutes per game. That this kind of stuff is a little more, it's really out there on the last day of the regular season, as evidenced with some of these Dallas lines, but it was kind of all building throughout the month of March to this point that really there wasn't really much to legitimately talk about for a lot of these teams. So let's move on to the rest of the Western Conference games. Let's start off with Minnesota. They took down the Pelicans 132 to 126. Minnesota finishes 49 and 33 on the year. They are the 6th seed in the Western Conference, and they will be playing the Denver Nuggets. Okay, should be a fun matchup. Let's dive in on this game. I did not take any notes whatsoever, as I figured let's just shoot this from the cuff. There's not really, because all of these players are like, no, mostly like G League two-way guys. Like, it really isn't worth going through like taking like too intensive notes. We're just gonna do this off the cuff based on the box score. You know, some of the stuff, most of this stuff is just like random guys putting up big lines, but we are gonna go through everything as I haven't really. I have done a recap in like 2 or 3 weeks or however long it's been. But Terrence Shannon Jr. led the way with 26 points, 6 of 18 from the field, 0 of 7 from 3, unfortunately, 14 of 18 from the free throw line. That's certainly his career high. It's probably the 26 points is as well. Joe Ingles with most likely his final career start, 15 points, 10 assists. 6 rebounds. Solid game for him. He's been rumored that obviously he's getting up there in age. He may finish his career in Australia once his contract is up. John Berenger, 24 points, 13 rebounds, 7 blocks. All of those are probably season highs. 9 of 12 from the field, 31 minutes getting the start as they are resting up their guys for the playoffs. Jalen Clark started at the 2 in this one, 8 points. Dante Vincenzo played a handful of minutes, the lone regular to get in some action, 7 minutes for him. Any other notes? Julian Phillips came back from the G League, 16 points. All the other two-way guys played. Zion Pullen had 19 points. Enrique Freeman with 13. Let's move on to the Pels, who they finished the year 26 and 56. 11th in the Western Conference, tied with the Dallas Mavericks, although I believe they have the tiebreaker. So they were the best non-playoff team in the Western Conference. What to discuss with them? Derek Queen. All right, yeah, Derek Queen led the way with 30 points, 22 rebounds. Holy moly, that's a career high for him, certainly. And 11 of 28 from the field. So yeah, he got some shots up in this one. Jeremiah Fears, the other rookie for them, 36 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Also 12 of 28 from the field. He too got some shots up, over 5 from the 3, but 12 for 14 from the free throw line. Anything else we want to cover here before we move on? Micah Peavy, 21 points, probably his season high, 41 minutes played. Trey Alexander, 16 points in 32 minutes off the bench. They only played 7 guys in this one. Let's go on. Oh, I guess Jordan Hawkins, 13 points, but on 4 of 18 from the field. He didn't do much this is his 3rd season already. Yeah, it's not looking great for him. Moving forward. All right, next game. Let's do the Rockets against the Grizzlies. Rockets took down the Grizz 132 to 101. If I can figure out my alphabet. There we go. Now I lost myself. 52 and 30 for the Houston Rockets. They are the 5th seed. They're going to be playing the LA Lakers in the first round. They will not have home court advantage, but they should be favored in the playoffs, as the Lakers are going to be without Luka and Austin Reeves for that first round series. Rockets also finished on a 9-1 run in their last 10. So let's check this box. Aru on the Rockets, they sat up most of their guys for this. Reed Shepherd got the start, 19 points for him. Clint Capella, 23 points, 13 rebounds to lead the way, 3 blocks. You know, he'll play some during the playoffs off the bench behind Şengün, but probably not a huge role. Terry Eason had 20. He kind of had been struggling a little bit offensively, had lost his starting job to Reed Shepherd, but solid game for him to get things going heading into the playoffs. Jae'Sean Tate got the start. at the 3 or 4, however you want to term it. 13 points for him. Josh Okogie started off the year in the starting lineup, but then kind of fell out. 3 points. Nothing else to really go over. Tristan Newton had 12 points. Let's just hop on over to the Grizzlies, I guess. Most of their team is on a hardship contract. They, in fact, in their last game, prior to this, it was Jemai Meshach and then 4 guys on hardship contracts in their starting lineup. And I believe it was the only game in NBA history where, like, not a single player on a standard contract played. It was all either two ways or hardship guys. So, yeah, the Grizzlies really let go of the rope fucking hard with this season. Who do you even... none of these guys are even pictured because you don't have enough room to add them to the team on hardships without, like, players, like, disappearing and stuff. So, should I actually move over to the Memphis Hustle? Use your imagination, guys. Dariq Whitehead had 26 points in 39 minutes. Jemai Meshach actually he's actually here. 11 points, 11 assists for him. I guess started at point guard in this one. Oh, Taj Gibson. All right, a standard contract player. He played. Started at the 5 at 4 points in 19 minutes. Possibly the last game of his career. We'll see what happens with his non-guarantee. But basically he'll get some money out of it if he gets traded as like salary matching during the off season. So 4 points for him at the age of 40. Toby Akani, 41 minutes for him, 6 points. Ryan Repair, he's on a two-way. He's here. 21 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists. 42 minutes. Lucas Williamson played 35 minutes off the bench, had 15 points. He was on a hardship. And then Javon Small rounding out the rest of their two-way guys. 18 points for him in 26 minutes. Yeah, that was your Memphis Grizzlies for the year. Let's hop on over to the next Western Conference game. Let's do the Suns against the Thunder. 135 to 103. Suns finished the year 45 and 37. They were locked into the 7th seed for like the last 2 months of the year. Yeah, let's see what those Suns did. Amir Coffey got the start. Oh boy. 17 points for him. I had him out due to his sprained ankle. I'll fix that. Ditto for Haywood Highsmith. I'm going to go through and make sure everybody's got the correct injuries and stuff. 5 points for him in 11 minutes. Anything else? Rasheer Fleming got the start. Ryan Dunn got the start. Oh, double-double for him. 20 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists. Jamari Booyah. Oh, boy. Booyah, 27 points, 9 assists in 39 minutes. Kobe Brea with 20 points, 7-11 from the field, 6 of 9 from 3. All right, I'm tapping out with them. Oso Ighodaro got the start, played 13 minutes. He played pretty well. I believe Mark Williams made his return from injury as well, so I'll reactivate him. Thunder, they finished the season with the best record in the NBA. Once again, 64 and 18, despite this loss. And Brandon Carlson, he got the start. They obviously did not play anybody with a pulse. Actually, Lou Dort was the main guy that played in this one. 6 points, 20 minutes. Everybody else probably going to be on the outskirts of the rotation. Brandon Carlson, last year he was converted off his two-way. This year, not so lucky. 26 points, 10 rebounds, 5 blocks, hit 5 threes. Probably worth a standard contract. They just did not have the space to convert him for this season. We'll see what happens with some of their guys on rookie deals like Thomas Sorber, Jared McCain, and Nikola Topic. Topic, 18 points, 14 assists. Both of those season highs for him. Jared McCain got the start at the 2, 8, 9 points. He'll probably figure in a little bit in their playoff rotation intermittently, depending on the matchup. Kenrich Williams had 13, 9, and 8. Kind of the same story. He'll play here and there. Peyton Sandfort with 23 points in 28 minutes. Nothing else to really talk about, so let's just move on to the next game, which will be the LA Lakers taking down the Utah Jazz. 131 to 107. Lakers finished 53 and 29. They are fourth in the Western Conference and will be playing the Houston Rockets. Notes from this game. LeBron got some action. He is going to be the number one option for a playoff series at the age of 41. Just absolutely bananas, going out on his terms, baby. We'll see what happens with him moving forward. Could be the last time he suits up for the Lakers. He could return to Cleveland. He could return to the Lakers if they can't get anything else done in free agency. We'll just see what happens league-wide. 18 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists in only 17 minutes of action for King James. Also 3 steals. They don't really have enough defense to really get through a playoff series. Marcus Smart did return from his sprained ankle finally, so I will reactivate him. He had 10 assists in this one. They're going to need a massive series out of him. DeAndre Ayton, he's put up or shut up time. 22 points, 10 rebounds. They probably need him to play a much larger role offensively than what he was doing for most of the year. And Rui Hachimura returned to the starting lineup over the last couple of games. 22 points, 10 rebounds for him in this one. Luke Kennard starting at the 2. That's how bad things are right now. Nick Smith Jr. got converted earlier in the day as they waived Kobe Buffkin. Kobe Buffkin really didn't figure in. He played really well in the G League and then just did nothing at the pro level with this team. So certainly Nick Smith Jr. had some supporters. He played well earlier in the year on his two-way. So he ended up earning the playoff rotation spot. Obviously, it made more sense to convert him to be like a backup point guard on the playoff roster rather than, there's not much out there on the free agent market. Bronny James, 11 points. He's really established himself as a, especially since Luka went down. His defense has been pretty solid, and he hasn't been totally hopeless offensively. He was 3 for 4 from 3 in this one. He has some low-end potential as like a Marcus Smart type of player, so it's good to see him realize some of that potential towards the last month of the season. Any other notes? Nick Smith had 12 points in this game as he gears up for the playoffs. Dalton Knecht with 17, kind of a lost season for him, most likely Laker to get traded this year or this offseason. 5 of 6 from 3 for Dalton Knecht. I would say actually even LeBron James is more likely to return to the Lakers than Dalton Knecht. Going over to the Utah Jazz, thankfully for the last time this season. What a fucking joke this team was pretty much the entire year through. Oscar Tshiebwe with 29 and 17 in the season finale, 12 of 17 from the field. Blake Hinson was the starting 4, 10 points. Cody Williams was the starting 3, 14 points. Ace Bailey was the starting 2. There he is, 15 points, 7 of 21 from the field, 1 of 9 from 3. His efficiency really waxed or waned in these games. Bez Mabeng signed a 2-year deal for God knows what reason. Played all 48 fucking minutes in this game. 14 points, 9 assists, 5 steals. Okay. Kennedy Chandler, his contract expired. Hayden Gray signed for like the last game or two to take his spot. I don't think 2K added him to the game, so I'll swap. Is it even worth swapping them out? Unless he signed for the rest of the season, or if it was a 10-day, that'll determine whether I actually add him to the roster. But anything else to cover with these guys? Bryce Sensabaz, he had an okay second half, 15 points in 13 minutes. No more Utah Jazz for the next however many months. Thank God. Next set of games, the Nuggets and Spurs, 128 to 118. Nuggets take it, 54 and 28 for them. They finished the year in third place, and they are going to be playing the Timberwolves. let's hop into the box. Jokic had to play this one for 65 game purposes. I believe had 18 minutes, 23 points. Anything else? Zeke Naji got the start at the 4. Oh boy. Julian Strawther got the start at the 3 at 25 points. Jamal Murray had the night off. Tyus Jones got the start. Bruce Brown started at the 2. David Roddy had 15 points and 13 rebounds off the bench. Curtis Jones with 13. Jonas Valanciunas with 16 points, 11 rebounds, given the short night for Nikola Jokic. Only 4 minutes for DaRon Holmes in this game. Scoreless, just not a great sign for him on the regular season finale. For him to not play more than 4 minutes, just not a great sign for him moving forward. Obviously, disappointing, that he missed all of last year with the torn Achilles. Wasn't really able to make a dent in the rotation this season, so he's going to need to have a big summer league to get his 4th year option picked up. Oops, I closed the tab a little early. Let's go over the Spurs in this game. They finish the year at 62-20, the biggest surprise team of the NBA this year. Wemby arrived sooner than really even his biggest supporters could have ever dreamed of. He's for me, he's the number 2 in MVP in the MVP race for the season. He did not play in this one as he had hit the 65 game. I don't think he played 65 games because the NBA Cup finale for him counts towards the requirements. So again, just the fucking like the technicalities of the 65 game rule are just so stupid. Just get rid of it. Mason Plumlee got the start. Oh boy, 2 points in 16 minutes. Wow. 2 points also for Bismack Biyombo in 6 minutes off the bench. Do we have a Kelly Olynyk signing? No, we did not. DNP CD. They did not complete the trifecta. Devin Vassell played 33 minutes. Wow. Okay. Somebody who's an NBA starter for a playoff team actually broke 30 minutes in an NBA game on the season finale. Wow. He must have asked for it. 19 points for him. Steph Castle, 10, 11, and 9. One assist short of a triple-double in 29 minutes for him. De'Aaron Fox with 33 minutes. Oh, shoot. Wow, the Spurs took this game serious. 33 minutes for him, 24, 6, and 5. Any other interesting lines here? Keldon Johnson had 18. He's one of the contenders for 6th man of the year. Harrison Barnes was all right off the bench with 12. Carter Bryant with 13. He had his last couple months of the year post-trade deadline where he came on a little bit. He might figure into their playoff rotation some. Let's hop on over to... Oh, I closed all of the tabs. Lovely. Back here. What do we got to still cover? Let's go to the Blazers and Kings. Blazers 122 to 110 over the Kings. Blazers finished 42 and 49th place in the Western Conference. They are going to play against the Warriors in the 9-10 play-in. Nick Clifford. I'm sorry, that's the Kings. The Blazers. Drew Holiday finishing with 23 points, 32 minutes. Donovan Clingan double-doubled with 13 and 10. Denny Avdia with 25 points, 6 rebounds, 10 assists. I got to sideline Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant hasn't played in the month of April since the COVID was a thing. So already 5 years ago since he last played in April, because he's always shut down for this team for whatever reason. Like the Grizzlies, the stuff that the Grizzlies did this year, that was usually the Blazers up until this season. Probably not a great sign that I guess the Blazers needed to play for seeding purposes. because they played all their guys. Scoot Henderson had 27 minutes, 15 points. Jan Heng Sen, only a minute and 39 seconds for him. What the worst rookie of the biggest. I don't know if you could say the biggest bust, given where he was drafted, only 16th, but certainly the worst rookie, I would say, taken in the first round by a country mile. Maybe even the worst rookie of the last decade taken in the first round. That's how bad he was. He just looks completely unplayable when he's out there. Blazers. I don't know. Yeah, I probably wasn't doing the videos at this point, but Mike Schmitz and who's this? I believe the assistant GM and somebody else got suspended for having like illicit contact with Hansen like a year prior to the draft. Like they basically promised that they were going to draft him, which obviously that made no fucking sense based on how he performed. Like you deserve to lose 2 weeks of your pay for making a promise to a player this shitty. Like you took money out of somebody else's pocket, like somebody who actually deserved to be a first round pick, by reaching for this guy. Any other notes? Caleb Love did not get converted. He hit his game's limit kind of early, so he didn't play much down the stretch until these last couple games. Vit Krejci returned from injury the last couple, I believe, the previous game. Rob Williams had a solid line. He's been healthy for the most part this year, so bounce back season for him. He's going to be a free agent. We'll see what he gets. Shaedon Sharpe, he made his return. He's coming off the bench, which I believe makes sense given that earlier in the year, Scoot Henderson was hurt, and that's part of why I think he was starting, and that they were using Denny Avdia essentially as a point guard. Also, Drew Holiday was sidelined. So now that the rest of their guards on their team are healthy, I think Sharpe's game makes a lot more sense as a sixth man. So that's the role that he's going to be filling as he recovers from injury. Let's see how things shake out during their play-in run and potentially playoff run. Going over to the Kings, who light the beam. The Kings are done. A report came out that they're not expected to move on from Doug Christie. Good for them. I don't think any legitimate coach would even want to come to Sacramento anyway. They might as well, especially based on where they're going to be, the direction that the team is headed right now. They might as well keep Doug Christie on as like Brian Keefe West. Well, they, rather than pay two coaches, for a lost season, might as well just keep him on and let him fulfill his contract. Any notes for the team? DeRozan sat this one out, unfortunately. Precious Achiuwa led the way with 27 points, 11 rebounds. Really established himself as an NBA player this season. He last year did not get signed until into the regular season. So it looks like he had to sign for the minimum. It looks like he will be making more than the minimum, will be a little bit of a higher commodity. Probably can get like a Gershon Yabusele style contract in the offseason. In fact, the Knicks would probably be better off if they just re-signed Achiuwa for that rather than going down the Yabu route, but that is water under the bridge. Nick Clifford leading the way with 24 points. Maxime Reynaud, probably the best second rounder drafted last year. 21 points, 9 rebounds, 37 minutes for him. Daquan Plowden got the start. Any other notes? Devin Carter got the start, but didn't really do much. 8 points, 8 assists. Killian Hayes got a contract, I guess. 9 points, 3 assists. We'll see what happens with them in the offseason. They would like to tear things down, but I don't know how many of these guys are actually movable. DeRozan might end up getting waived just because it's easier to his contract's only like $10 million guaranteed out of the 25, so either he gets traded for like as salary matching for a team to save money, and then he'll get waived and be able to pick his next destination, or the Kings will just outright waive him and keep the savings for themselves. As they are a very expensive team, they are a luxury tax, in fact, first apron team as currently constructed, despite being the Worst team in the Western Conference at what is their record? 22-60. Yeah, not much else to discuss with the Kings. I'll do a video on them, I guess, at some point. Let's go on over to how many more teams do I got to do? I think just this one. Oh boy, how exciting! All right, Clippers and Warriors, which is actually funny enough. A preview of the play-in. Actually, I'm sorry. Did I get I think I got the standings wrong for the Blazers play-in. The Blazers finished the season in 8th. Yeah, the Clippers are 9th. They finished both 42 and 40, but the Blazers are going to be 8th, playing the 7th place team, which is the Suns. My apologies. And the Warriors and Clippers, they're going to be playing. They played against each other in the season finale, comically enough, so they are going to play their next game against each other. Also, Clippers took it 115 to 110. They finished 42 and 40. Probably a harbinger of things to come as the Warriors let go of the rope towards the end of the year. Clippers, let's see. Kawhi sat this one out, as obviously they're saving him for that play-in game. Darius Garland with 15 and 6. He played pretty well after coming over in the trade. Chris Dunn started next to him. Derrick Jones Jr. at the 3. Only 20 minutes for him. He was scoreless. John Collins at the 4. 18 points. Brook Lopez played a couple minutes, had 7 points. Benedict Mathurin slotted in as the 6th man after the deadline. He had 20 to lead the way in this one. Jordan Miller had 14. He was solid as well. Kobe Sanders 11. Bogdan Bogdanovic pretty much only plays when Kawhi is hurt. He had 17 points, hit 5 threes in this one. And Nick Batum also played. I guess he'll figure into the playoff rotation. Isaiah Jackson is hurt right now, I believe, with a sprained ankle, so it looks like Batum probably is going to slot in as maybe the backup center. I don't know if maybe Collins is counting as the backup center. I got to check out some of their lineup data, or we'll just wait until the play-in and see what happens. But yeah, let's finish off with the Golden State Warriors entering their golden years. Porzingis got the start, 12 points for 24 minutes. He's healthy, I guess. Al Horford's back. I think he came back for this one. He started at the 4, or one of these guys started at the 4, however you want to classify them. 5 points, 18 and a half minutes for Horford. Melton got the start with Podziemski and Curry. I guess Podziemski, the small forward in that alignment, as he is the best rebounder by far of those guys. 10 points for him. Melton with 4 points in 19 minutes. He was 1 for 6. And then Steph played 29 minutes. He came back from his runner's knee, had 24 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. We'll see if he can turn back the clock and have some heroics in the play-in games. Guy Santos came off the bench in this one, I assume. I don't really know what to expect there. I guess they wanted to keep Podziemski and in the starting lineup. Maybe he's the most similar player to Melton, and they'll have Guy as like some energy off the bench. Whatever, dude. I'm checked out on them, kind of. 16 points for Charles Bassey. I believe he's on a 10-day contract, so they would have to sign him to a standard deal for him to be playoff eligible. I'm just going to Google him real quick to see if I missed any news with him. 2 days ago, Charles Bassey's honeymoon phase with Warriors may already be over. Charles Bassey emphasizes play-in urgency. God damn it. Google's so useless now. You can never find what you want. Let me be more specific. They did sign him to a contract for the remainder of the 25-26 season. Okay. That's good for him, I guess. Actually, I don't think he actually signed a 10-day. I think he was on the 10 days with the Sixers and Celtics, and then by the time the Warriors signed him, there was probably less than 10 days left in the regular season, so they just signed him for rest of year. Everybody else played. Draymond sat this one out. I don't know what else to discuss. Yeah, so that's your Western Conference season finale. Obviously, so much action on this day. Lots of random lines. Um, yeah, we've got our season our season standings are set. We've got the lottery positions locked, the play-in, and then the play-in games will lead to our playoff games. I am going to be focusing on. I mentioned the Warriors, not the Warriors. I'm sorry. The who are the Eastern teams? The Bucks and the Bulls are the first two teams in the East that I'm going to be doing, and I guess it would make sense for the Pelicans to be the first Western Conference team that I focus on. Given that the Pelicans do not have their lottery pick, there's no reason to actually go in on them close to the draft. So might as well just recap their season. Um, yeah, keep an eye out for that team focused content. Whoa, words are tough. It is 5:30 in the morning. I am starving. Also, I've got my second dinner waiting for me. Thanks, guys, for watching and listening, sticking with me for almost the entire year. Sorry that I went on this little bit of a hiatus, but I will be. I do have some free time. My schedule at work is not as condensed as what it used to be. I just wanted to knock out my, my make sure I got solidified there. First, I am going to be a little more touch and go with them rather than maintaining like a full. I'm a part time employee, not a full time like restaurant junkie that I was with my last job. So treating this a little bit more as like a gig, so I have a little bit more free time to dabble in like YouTube stuff and like other things that I've been doing on the side as well. So that's my little 30-second life update. So you will see more content from me moving forward. Another thing is once you stop doing content, it is hard to jump back in. So hopefully this be recording for 2 hours today helps jumpstart me for the rest of the off season, knocked off some of those cobwebs that I had generated. Thanks again for watching and listening. I'm terrible with outros, so I'll see you guys later. Peace.